Want a high-end white tablecloth steak eating experience right at home? Join us at Bid on Beef. Connect with hardworking American Angus and Wagyu ranching families to source your beef from a trusted and reputable source. In a fast-paced and fun auction process, you're in the driver's seat with Bid on Beef. You choose the cuts, you choose the price, and you choose the ranch. Buy with confidence knowing beef will soon be shipped to your door. So savor the win and the thrill of victory knowing sizzling steaks are in your future. Learn more at bidonbeef.com.
Okay, so thanks everybody for joining the bullpen. Going to have a really great episode today. Some interesting stuff. We're going to jump outside the world of bull semen and cows and talk about some other things that really will come back to relate to that. But first, before we get into that, I have a little housekeeping to do, some catching up. I need to catch some people up on what's going on with Vogler Enterprises, as I call it, Nebraska Bull Service, Vogler Cattle, Vogler Semen Center. It's been an outstanding spring right now, and I realize this is a podcast. You may listen to this in December or whatever, but whatever. It's, what are we, May 15th, May 16th, 2025. We as a company have decided we're expanding, so it's something I probably didn't think I would say, being 65 years old, my brother's 60, but have younger generation, my daughter's in it, my brother's son's coming back to work with the company. My grandson's here today watching. He's going to go to school. Maybe someday he'll come back. But we kind of decided as a company we need to make sure that our family can keep on going and keep doing things even when Lauren and I probably aren't there. So we want to make things a little bit bigger. And this goes back to the way my dad used to think. He wanted to keep the family together, you know, and he did. I really want to give a shout out to my mom and dad, because for doing that, I never have had a job interview. I've never had to go sit down and prepare a resume, do anything. Now, I have had to, maybe on a daily basis, try to build a company so I'm doing a job interview when I see somebody and talk to people daily. Because my thought is you have one chance at that first impression. I didn't do very good English.
That's pretty good.
I can't. But you got one chance, okay? So you better have, whether you wake up in the morning and you're feeling like crap or whatever, when you go out to the general public or you're talking to your customers, you better be 100% mentally, even if you're not physically, okay? If you're going to have your own business and run it. So I really appreciate my folks for doing that, and now we're expanding to get back to that. See, my mind jumps all over. What we're going to do is we're going to add a reset program. And when I say reset program, we're going to, everybody knows we collect bulls. We collect the semen from the bulls, freeze it, and then basically ship it worldwide. And then we also, 7 years ago, we partnered up with a company called Bovatech, where we do IVF, was this in vitro fertilization, and it's been a great partnership with Bovatech. But with that whole, with the Bovatech thing, we're going to add the recip cows. So when the customers bring us the cows to flush, we can take those embryos and implant those embryos into what we call recip cows, which is surrogate. You know, if you're looking into human, it's surrogate mothers, but they're cows. So we're going to offer that service to our customers. So it's going to, I'm sure we're going to go through some learning curves, but I've learned from some, I think, very intelligent people, and I have some good people in my corner teaching us. So we're going to go forward with that. So that's going to be available. We have a few slots open the rest of this spring, but we're really, really gearing towards the fall and then the spring of 2026. So that's something to keep in mind. But let's get back to what we're going to talk about today. And something I talked about is when you wake up, you got to be in a right mental state, whether you feel good or not. And one way to do that is you need to feel good physically, okay? And if you're not feeling good physically, you're not feeling good mentally. And just a short I'll just a little bit of my story before I start introducing people and stuff. I'm going to say back in, I'm not, facts are back in 2024, 2024, January, I was pushing the scale at 272 pounds. I felt like crap. The people around me knew it because I treated them like crap. Okay? I wasn't a happy person, but I still tried. I still had a business to run and do that. So I struggled. I was doing a lot of stuff, and I struggled. So I did some things. I told myself I got to do something. I got 7 grandkids. One of them sitting right here, the second oldest. Just graduated from high school. Super proud of the young man. If anybody ever had a reason to complain, this young man did. He was born 100% deaf. Cochlear implants when he was 2 years old. Now has Usher syndrome. You will never hear this young man complain. He's taught me more about how to be a good human, to be compassionate, and to do what you need to do. So going through this, I reached out to some people, and I started on my own. Sorry about that, but I started on my own, and then I would see what my brother was doing. Okay, and at first, he's going to exercise class, he's doing all this, and we're on the farm, we're ranch kids, and people are giving him, what do you do that? We work at home, you don't, go throw some bales, go do this. It was more than that. He found himself a community where the people didn't care what your ability was, what your lifestyle was, and I could see his mood just improve greatly over the time. And it took me time. I'm like, I was kind of stubborn, and it's just like, and then finally in August, I said, man, and he said, you come in, they got to do this for a week for free. So, and I went in that day, shorts, hey dudes, those are shoes, and t-shirt. Walked in, Caitlin was there. I just was going to sign up or do whatever. Hey, you want to join class? Sure. Caitlin will tell you this. I could not even sit in the rowing machine to get my shoes in and out, could I?
No.
So, okay, now, see, I jumped way ahead. Cam, you may do. So wait, let's do some introductions before we get into the real heart of this.
He's the master editor, so you're good.
I know. So, and I said I was going to give the bios, but I think at this point I'm going to kind of regroup my own train of thought here. Caitlin, you want to start with yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I've been coaching CrossFit for over 10 years at CrossFit Papio. I have been doing the head trainer. I'm also the programmer there. And then my husband and I, we have been doing nutrition consults with clients for over 9 years. 2 years ago, I got certified as a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, and have been able to incorporate lab testing and really individualize the program with the clients a lot further than before, where it's just like generalized nutrition advice and then stress management and exercise, which is really good. But being able to personalize the program to an individual is very effective, and we've been able to see a lot more results with our clients doing that too.
Awesome. Yeah. Bryce, I know you're a firefighter. What else?
Went to Wayne State College, played football there.
There you go.
I was thinking more Wayne State. That's like the home of teaching degrees. I'm an elementary education major, so shout out Wayne State.
Nice. Graduated in 2002, exercise science major there. And then I did my internship at Kansas State University with their football team, with their strength and conditioning program.
Really?
Yeah. Just for the summer, but that was a good experience. And then, working with Caitlin now with nutrition consultations and
so you got
doing the firefighter
Tigger
gig.
Nutrition is a partnership between the two.
That's right. Yep.
It's awesome. And side note, I've seen some pictures and stuff. So did you ever box or do you MMA? I know you love you love that kind of stuff.
You want to see the ears?
Yeah.
Oh, you wrestle.
Is that from wrestling? Or boxing?
It's from jiu-jitsu mostly, but
Jiu-jitsu.
I wrestled a little bit, and then, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. I've done a little bit of everything.
That's because I saw you and your son had your picture taken with
Crawford.
Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
It's my buddy.
You know a little bit about him,
Yeah,
don't you,
that's my
Damon?
guy.
guy.
Bud.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Damon,
He's going to be able to beat Canelo.
Yeah, I actually like him. You know, you see him. He's a 174, 175 pound guy walking around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for him, the transition of his cardio and his fitness, carrying, roughly 16, 17 extra pounds, will be the key to see if he can navigate it. But skill wise, a lot of guys like him
he
over
looks
Canelo.
bigger to me.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I think he's put on some weight.
He's a natural 175 pounder. So I think for him, it would be just how to move and be as fluid, carrying a few extra lbs. But I bet you that night, the 13th, he'll probably weigh in around low 160s. I don't know what he'll hydrate to. It won't be ridiculous because he's not going to starch himself a ton.
Yeah.
But Canelo will be the heavier fighter, but I don't know if he'll be the bigger fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be the quickest, will he?
No. Certainly won't be the most skilled either.
So Dame, but other than being good friends with Bud, and
Yeah, I don't know what my description is. It's
you're,
just
you're
like
Orange Bowl MVP.
that's last probably.
last.
Yeah, I like kids. I love Omaha.
Yep.
I like fitness.
Yep.
I like good food. In terms of how to fuel my body. So
That's actually how you and I became friends.
yeah,
Because we both like beef.
It is, and some people say OCD. I just say particular. I like what I like, and I like learning too.
Yeah,
so
well, you and me both.
anytime we have the opportunity for me to get better and learn some information, like I'm all in. I was joking, but it's not often I'm going to sit down and be the least fit guy at the table. So I'm interested in learning and seeing what I can pick up.
What's your favorite cut of beef?
So I'm a ribeye guy by nature. I like a little marble. I would, in order, like if I was going to go steaks, I'm going to go the rib roast, and probably a strip, then the filet, then the T-bone, and work my way down. There's lots of cuts I don't even like, and I like those things ground down.
Yes.
And I'll just make a good burger. I've got my own grinder.
Prime rib's not on there?
So I probably consider that part of the rib roast.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? I much rather have a ribeye steak than eating a piece of prime rib. Yeah, and it is the similar cut. I just the gelatinizing of the fat quicker, and it's just. I like prime rib. I don't love prime rib, but I love a good ribeye.
I'll make you a prime rib someday.
Everybody says that. I don't know. You got your work cut out.
Okay, so we got Caitlin on one side. Now we got Catherine over here. Catherine, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm currently a physical therapist at Achieve Physical Therapy in Bellevue. We treat everything from high school kids, younger, all the way to college athletes, professionals, and then our weekend warriors, CrossFitters. Before that, I was a pole vaulter at Vanderbilt University, so I did that for 4 years, and then I got my...
Anchor down.
Yeah.
And she's a really good CrossFitter herself.
She is.
Now that I'm old.
Yeah. You just got back. Come on.
Yes, I just got back from the World Fitness Project. I did a duos, so a partner competition, and me and my partner got second, and we got an invite to go to the finals in Copenhagen. So
Oh, nice.
we are planning on doing that.
Certainly the least fit of the bunch.
So yeah, I was in there getting there because a lot of as we age and stuff, and we'll get into that, we need to take care of yourself. But there was I can't say his name right now. He was at Missouri, then he went to Nebraska, and now he's at Virginia. The quarterback from
Danny.
Kalen.
Yeah, he was in there getting worked on.
Yeah. He just was back in Lincoln.
Yeah.
He went to a couple Bible studies with the guys last week, and he was really well received. The guys like him, and he was really good in small group with those guys. So he was back the last couple weeks and open arms down in Lincoln.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
It's good company to keep.
That's good. So kind of why we're here today, getting back to the whole agriculture or the farmers and the ranchers and stuff, and kind of like what my brother was going through, and then myself, trying to get fit. The average age of the American rancher is 65 years old. Stop and think about that. I'm 65. Fewer and fewer of the younger generation are coming back to the ranching community for various reasons. Stress is one of them. Cost. A lot of times there's more than one sibling, and then if they don't have their generational transition set up, some of the kids that maybe moved on, they want to sell everything, so it's really hard for the younger generation to come in there and take over it. Plus the stress, the money, the cost, it's really prohibitive. So we really need, and it's not just ranchers, it's farmers, it's the whole community. And the United States of America feeds the world, and right now we're aging, and we need to take care of our health, our mental health, our physical health, and everything. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring you experts in here today and stuff. I always like to say, surround yourself with the people that are a hell of a lot smarter than yourself. and I somehow I get lucky and I do it, and I've done it today. So, Caitlin, tell us a little bit about your nutrition. What you at Tiger Nutrition? How you said you specialize, and you've done some stuff with me, and I can go into how it's really helped me tremendously.
Sure. So yeah, each client is an individual, and we want to make sure that we see them as an individual, and we don't just like cookie cut our program or protocols for each person. So we like to see the client first, talk to them, get to know them, what's their lifestyle like. Initially when we started doing this, we kind of started with like 3 goals, and we're like, okay, we think you're going to benefit. Actually, they came in for nutrition, but okay, you're going to benefit most by prioritizing your sleep. What can you do to get better sleep? Because when you get better sleep,
are you listening, Damon?
Well, 100%. All in.
When you get better sleep, your hormones are going to be optimized. You're not going to crave as much bad food, like the sweets and the salty foods. You're not going to crave it as much. So that sometimes we talk about other things that they thought they were coming here for, like, an outline of what to eat, but they actually came here for more, in sleep habits, like healthy sleep habits, or lifestyle, movement, stress, because stress is a huge part. So we look at every individual, and then now utilizing some of the functional diagnostic nutrition labs that we can do that a lot of times I like incorporating sometimes a stress and hormone panel, sometimes a GI map, just to look at gut dysbiosis or possible parasites, or and then I love incorporating the HTMA, which is the hair tissue mineral analysis, because that's allowing us to see what your minerals are like. And a lot of times, it's not just about getting more and more and more, it's actually about balance. Okay. And just like, exercise, it's not just about exercising more and more and more, it's about balance. We have to balance the exercise with the rest, and we have to balance our nutrition as well. So sometimes people, calcium's great for us, but I'll see an HTMA test come in and their calcium's extremely high, and that's going to affect their body, their nervous system. It's going to affect their muscle contraction. So their calcium contracts the muscle, whereas magnesium relaxes the muscle. So if their calcium is skyrocketed, but their magnesium is really low, or their magnesium is at a loss, then they're going to have issues with their nervous system. So it's going to be hard for them, to regulate their nervous system. So it's all about bringing the calcium and magnesium into balance. But you can look at that for all minerals. So sodium and potassium have to be in balance. Calcium, magnesium for blood sugar have to be in balance. So it's really awesome to see, okay, we need to bring in, more magnesium, or we need to, high calcium a lot of times is stress related. Okay, let's bring your stress down. Your stress is too much. We need to somehow bring that down. Sometimes that high calcium can also be actually related to psychological stress or some psychological trauma that happened 20 years ago. Okay, we need to start addressing this trauma that you had 20 years ago, because it's affecting you, and it's affecting your body now, even though it happened 20 years ago. So it's just a whole holistic approach to your health. There's a lot more that goes into it than just,
Yeah. And so you specialize. When you say HTMA, that's the hair test where you're...
Yes. So
hair tissue mineral analysis.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I had that done.
Yes.
And my brother had it done.
Yes.
Curious.
Yes.
How many similarities were there between me and my brother?
So there were similarities.
HIPAA, honey. HIPAA.
Yeah.
He don't care.
There were similarities, and I'll just kind of say like your nervous systems were like similar, like as far like your
Stress levels high?
yes, but it was like so you guys both had some lower calcium actually, and some high sodium and potassium, which kind of shows a little bit more of acute stress. It wasn't like sometimes chronic stress, if you're not able to manage your stress over long periods of time, will deplete your sodium and potassium completely. But you guys had some level of sodium and potassium.
I was just curious,
But you guys, it was very similar, and also like heavy metals that came out, they were very similar too. Like uranium was very high in the soil, and you guys both.
Did he have arsenic in his?
A little bit, yeah.
Well,
you were drinking well water, right?
Yeah, but I'm wondering about my wife.
She was
She's trying
poisoning
to poison
you. It's actually in the soil, so yeah. And then
How about their mercury? Did they have any of that?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah,
So
and that's pretty common. I mean, it's common for everyone to have heavy metals, and it's just something that our body constantly, I mean, that's another stressor, is heavy metals in the environment, through soil, through the air we breathe, through the water we drink. It's just another little stressor that not a lot of people think about, and it's not something where we're ever going to be, completely free of any heavy metals. It's something, though, that our body needs to be strong enough, and our detoxification needs to be strong enough so that we can process it all.
Okay, so we did the health, the HTMA. So and then you customized a mineral program for me.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing we do with cattle. What do? We have a nutritionist come out. I have one coming out Monday. We customize the feed program and the mineral program to what's best going to suit our feed source and that.
Yeah.
So it's the same. There's so many correlations between that. So, and you came up with one for me, and I was gone. I went out to my McCook location. I think I was out there I ended up being out there longer than I anticipated, and I forgot to take the supplement with me. And honest to God, after 2 or 3 days, I could tell I was craving that. I was missing it. My energy level changed, and it's just things were starting to change with me because I wasn't taking the supplement. So I can tell you it works. So with that.
How many farmers do you think customize their cattle but don't focus on themselves?
That's the whole thing. Very, very few.
Right.
Very few. They worry about their cattle, but we need to start worrying about ourselves.
It's interesting. I've had these conversations sidebar-wise for the last handful of years as cancer has just invaded my sphere of influence and my circle.
Yes.
And I've talked about this on the show where I'm saying, like, per capita and what goes on in Nebraska, the inordinate amount of there's a reason that UNMC is here, and cancer research, like it's just very, very prevalent. I'm just curious, when we're talking about things that are inherent to the state and what happens with soil and minerals and what we're predisposed to versus kind of what we bring on just by what we do in our day-to-day. Does it seem irregular the amount of things that happen with the body that are pretty much conducive to the area that we live in and the work that we do that you don't see other places?
I mean, I worked with
I get that's a little heavy, but it's like I get it, right? Because I can hear what you're saying about what you're surrounding yourself with. Just curious.
I worked with a holistic doctor. She was a MD, and then she kind of started leaning towards the holistic type of a treatment for clients. Her name was Dr. Patricia Ryan. She was in Nebraska, in Omaha, for many years. And she told me, this was when I was just out of college, and I was working with her and her dietitian for a little while. And she's like, it was rough. I think she said it was like around the 2000s, early 2000s, something switched in health. She said, I started seeing, sickness like skyrocket. And it was, and I can't remember exact times, but it was, she's like, when they started spraying crops with glyphosate and the pesticides and herbicides, that skyrocketed. And in Nebraska, we have, corn, soybeans, so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Golf courses.
Golf courses.
There's
But
golf on right now.
yes, and that just affected people's health. She said that correlation she saw just so closely related.
How do you know the difference between what your body can naturally produce and take on versus like absorption rates if you want to add supplements? And, like you'll produce something at a certain level and then you want to ingest something to kind of level it out. Like, what's that like to make sure that you kind of have that balance?
Yeah, I mean, you want to take this? Or?
Go ahead. You're doing great.
Well, absorption, that's, has a lot of different effects. So different, different reasons why you would or wouldn't absorb something.
Okay.
So
gut health is a big
gut
one.
health is number one. I mean, depending on your mucosal barrier and your gut health, if you're someone with really high leaky gut, or, someone that's eating a highly processed diet and a lot of glyphosate in your diet, a lot of things that is killing your gut microbiome, your good bacteria in your gut, it's going to be harder for you to absorb things. That's number one.
Is that why we've seen the boom with probiotics?
I mean, I think that's part of it. People are trying to increase their gut microbiome. It's so much more difficult than you think to change your gut microbiome.
That's where everything starts.
Yeah.
From birth.
Oh yes,
I
mean even
animals, humans,
having a vaginal delivery versus C-section. I mean that can change you.
Really, there's even a difference there.
Yes, it can affect you until adulthood.
Some babies are getting antibiotics first few minutes out of the womb. They're putting the eye antibiotics on, and that's going to cause some dysbiosis right off the bat. And then any other infection, they get ear infections, more antibiotics, and then you almost have to start over. But the probiotic thing, people think they can just take a pill and then be done with it, but it takes a lot more than that. Like she said, you need to feed those gut microbiome once you get that in place. And so a lot of people need to consume prebiotics as well, which is the things that bacteria feed on. So soluble fiber is a good example of that. Just and resistant starch from like green bananas, for example, or dandelion root. I mean, there's a lot of inulin. There's a lot of different things that can feed your gut microbiome. So you need to populate your gut, and then you need to feed it, and then those bacteria will actually produce what's called postbiotics. So they produce like short-chain fatty acids, which will help heal your gut. So
we want those.
There's so many different components to it, to having a strong, healthy gut. And then, not enough Americans are caring about their gut health, but you're right, it is becoming, at least that part is becoming more popular.
We need to hang out. Because that's I see it everywhere. It's in all my algorithms, and maybe it says more about me, but I just think it's understated. So the balance. So I'm hearing you talk about the raising and lowering versus the deal. Like the balance is tricky, right? Because we're like the single greatest variables, right? So everybody's a little different.
Everyone's going to be different, yeah. And then absorption also, depends on the type of supplement you're taking, right? It could be like magnesium comes in so many different forms.
Absorption
we just argued about this on air, right?
Yeah. And then
good magnesium. Do I want magnesium? Choline,
When I first started on the customized mineral for me, so I know a little bit about this stuff. Okay, and my urine was, it glowed in the dark. And in my mind, I mean, it
cool
did.
Party trick.
Scooby-Doo.
It did. It's like, it's neon. I mean, all right. To me, in my brain, okay, a lot of that's it's just going through, and okay, cool. You know what? After 2 weeks, it doesn't glow anymore. I'm absorbing it.
Nice.
Seriously.
That's weird.
I mean, it started because you had me on some other stuff.
Yeah.
Something called, I mean, it's,
and
you put it in
your diet got
and you do that.
healthier too.
My diet and exercise and all that stuff. And then, but it's like, so at first I'll be honest, I was like, I'm just peeing it through because it's man, when I say neon green, I'm not joking. So, and I asked Lauren, I said, has it changed? No, he says, it's, here we are, two brothers. We talk about each other pee. But it's all good because we're doing it.
What else are you going to talk about?
Yeah, well, you don't want to know. But so it is. It works. I can 100% say that your program works. It's working for me, okay?
Glad
Now,
to hear that.
whether
yeah.
where it works for everybody or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's working for me.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah,
So,
I'm glad it
You're
does.
doing great, Les.
And I don't, I know that Damon's different in this, and Catherine, I'm not sure about your. I know one thing about you. You had your competition, and I ask because I'm always curious about what people consume, because since I started the whole CrossFit deal, and we had the first thing, when was that? A couple months ago, the CrossFit Open or whatever. The first thing was an online competition. I'm like, Damon, what should I be eating?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
He's texting me. I'm asking Caitlin. There's Ellen. And I asked,
Hopefully there was some overlap. Was I close?
You were spot on.
Good job,
Because
Damon.
you and I, we're more. You don't eat. You don't. Nothing that grows out of the ground. You don't consume, basically, do you?
Not too much.
No.
Not too much.
So we're pretty much all meat. And
You're,
stuff,
you're
right?
gonna shake your head at my dietary intake.
but,
It is very.
Shake my head up and down or this way?
I don't think you'd probably love it. I eat it. I'm primarily mostly proteins and fats.
Closer to like carnivore or animal based?
Almost 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you feel?
I feel fantastic in terms of like movements. I'm still a lousy sleeper.
Okay.
Like historically, I mean, we're going on
Is that
years.
just because your mind's running all the time?
I think that's probably the easy way out. It has to be something
They could help you.
psychological.
Sounds
or
like you need some GABA.
like as a root.
It's an amino acid that helps calm your brain. Is that part of the reason you feel
I
like
would assume so.
like your
I
brain just doesn't shut off?
I am a thinker.
Yeah, you're always thinking. Yeah.
Right, but it's not exactly well-rounded, but I feel better.
You feel good.
Joint-wise,
Good.
I've taken a ton of collisions. And my memory's fine. I feel like that's good. But then I just look at, like, genetics. Like, I look at frames and small ways versus – I'm like, okay, so you have to understand or be very, very good with understanding, like the framework, just basic God-given.
Yeah.
Because that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
So is that
For
part
sure.
of the process? I'm like, I look and I'm like, I hope my 6-year-old like has the broad shoulders and the tapered waist, and it's like, well, I could see why you're good at some kinesthetic movements, right? Just because of the way you're built.
You should see some of the stuff they do, Damon.
I watched her. I'm like,
They walk better on their hands than we walk on our legs.
Yeah, so I just
Guarantee you.
the whole genetics thing is fascinating to me.
Just your anatomy, right? You're probably a better deadlifter than you are. Wait, no,
No.
other way around. Because you have
Power
No.
clean.
shorter
Long
She's
levers.
like
femurs,
you.
yeah.
I
She's
got
like
a
more
long-
like
yeah,
me, so
so-
you're better squatter than deadlifter.
But
'cause
you cut
torso
a week
is
before
small,
your competition.
longer.
You told me you cut out all sugar.
Yeah, most sugar. People keep bringing us things,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot more. So I was more cognizant
because
of
of
it.
you said because of inflammation.
Inflammation,
But
yeah.
I said, do you still eat bananas and oranges? And you said, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's just the process. It's the process
added
that-
sugar.
How do you stay on top of studies? Everybody has something different to say about just these little nuances. And
Sure.
at some point, it has to boil down to what works for you, but you just don't want to go all willy-nilly either, because that's what makes you good at what you do. Like, what's the balance?
Well, that's like creatine. Creatine used to be the worst thing, and now it's like you're not going to get enough of it.
Yeah, and I go, that's funny you use that. I go back and forth in our very own household
Yeah.
over that,
Yeah.
right? All in, then I'm all out, and, the water, like, that's a good
now they're
one.
starting to see benefits for the brain too. So
For
even like
creatine.
yeah. So
And
it's
there's
not
like
just
never too much, as a lot of the studies are showing. Like it's a ridiculous amount that they've tested on people.
Oh yeah, it's
like
the most studied supplement there
50
is.
grams after a workout or something, and they're
Like
like, yep.
even weigh, right? Like absorb, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the variance within one little general term.
I think
Yeah,
that's another
right.
reason why you have to look at each person as an
Exactly.
individual. And I mean, we're all coming from different backgrounds. We have different ancestors. You have, your mom. Everyone's mom's different. You're not getting just genetics. You're getting passed down all of her environmental toxins, all of her heavy metals. She's passing down her microbiome. She's passing down her mineral balance to you. Some women have copper toxicity. They're going to pass that down to their baby. And then if that doesn't ever get corrected or balanced out, then the baby's going to pass it down to the next generation. There's generational minerals too. There's generational toxins. So every generation, is not just getting genetics. We can't just look at health and passing down our genetics.
Too many
There's more
things
to
that
it.
just say, oh,
Yeah.
when I was overweight, I blamed it. It's the first thing I did. I blamed it on genetics. My dad was overweight. My mom is pretty fit. Mom is 87, sharp as a tack. But my dad was very sharp too, but he was overweight, and it affected him. That's probably why he passed earlier. He got a bad back and listened to the doctors, but processed foods.
Yeah.
So much processed foods. So
yeah, I think like genetics you can't do anything about, but all the other things you can work to get better. You can eat a healthy diet as best you can. You can practice meditation or yoga or calm breathing, or you can practice having that mental clarity and so that you can think clearer. You can also take binders to protect yourself of environmental toxins, and help get those heavy metals out. There's a lot of things you can do, but like genetics is, I think it's sometimes people are like, it's just my genetics. I'm just this way.
They just blame.
But
But then you go back
it's an
100
easy
years
cop-out.
ago and see people,
Right.
like genetics take thousands of years, right?
Right.
And
Exactly.
100 years ago, you didn't see too many overweight people.
No, that's
so-
right. You
But
know why? They
there's
weren't-
genetics
they
and then
weren't eating
there's
processed food.
epigenetics. So in our little terminology, like the genetics is the gun and the epigenetics pulls the trigger. So you might have the genetics for, like, say, an autoimmune disease, but if you never eat that processed food, like gluten, for example, gluten would pull the trigger. Then that might
Or
maybe
the
predispose
glyphosate
you
that's
to
sprayed on the wheat. That
And that's
and all the other toxins. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the epigenetics. That's the
Yeah.
what pulls the trigger.
And that's, you could go back to the glyph, and that's something I've just recently, as a farmer, when Roundup first came out, that was like, thank goodness.
yeah,
Because as a little kid
imagine.
growing up, we were walking beans.
yeah.
And man, I was in good shape.
I
We were
used to do
walking
that.
beans in the morning, cutting because there was no glyphosate,
Yeah,
there was
you
no
had to
Roundup.
do it
You had to
with a
walk
hoe.
out there manually and Dad pull the weeds, cut them, and that come out. Now you spray the fields.
Does good health
Kills all
have
the
to be
weeds.
expensive?
No.
A lot of the best things are free.
Yeah.
Go out in nature, go get some sun. Exercise can be free. Like, you don't have to go to a gym.
How important
Simplify.
now this may help with sleep, Damon, something I've learned.
Oh, yes,
How
yes.
important-
I'm kind of on these
Yeah.
stressors, right? Like,
how
it's
impor-
got my attention, like just resting your mind.
How important is that morning sunshine?
Morning sun is so important.
important.
Yes. So when your eyes see the sun, it's not just through your eyes, but what you know this.
Super chiasmatic
There
nucleus.
you go. I have it.
SCN.
So do
It's
I need to
a-
be like a heliotrope? Really?
Something in
yeah.
your pineal gland that when you
See the
look
sun.
into the sun, it kind of helps
You
reset
don't
your
want to sit there and
circadian.
stare directly at the sun, do you?
Well, when the sun is at,
It's
it's just rising.
yeah.
It's red, right? It's red light.
Got
You're
all
not
the
getting all that
infrared rays.
UVA radiation in your sun. So you'd want to do it as it's rising. And you don't have to directly look
Just
into it.
looking to
But
the
you can look,
side or
yeah, you
looking
can look
towards
in the general
that
direction of the sun. That's going to reset your circadian rhythm. So 12 hours later, you're going to start producing melatonin to get you ready for bed. If you
actually
if
start-
you
Is
wait,
this the same thing with the red light that people are doing now with like therapy and gyms and the
similar. I mean, you're getting some of that red light is from the sun. You have
more
that
you
red
know.
light's like coming out of the sun, but yeah, the sun also has blue light too. The blue light helps it helps your cortisol levels rise in the
you
morning.
want
The other
you
big
want higher
buzzword.
cortisol
Yeah.
levels.
Cortisol.
You actually want higher levels
In the morning.
In the morning,
Yeah.
that's going to keep
Wake
you
you up.
awake, get some
Yeah.
blood sugar going
Yeah.
through your body,
Yep.
and then at night you want that to start to go down. That's where the circadian rhythm
Yeah.
comes into play. Like, you want your cortisol high in the morning, it starts to get lower during the night, and your melatonin starts going higher at night, gets you sleepy, and then the cycle repeats again. As long as you're not like in a cave, all like starting doing your office work in the morning and never getting out and seeing the sun, your body doesn't know when to start producing melatonin, because
It's
that's like the
always
trigger. The sun
cortisol,
is the
yeah.
trigger to start producing that melatonin, let's say 12 hours later.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't have to be so afraid of that addictive component of melatonin. I literally was.
Well,
It's a sports show, and I'm talking about not receiving magnesium and being a little afraid of melatonin. This was 3 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just this
So-
this very conversation.
Yeah, melatonin is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. So it is used in the body to help lower inflammation, but also helps us make us sleepy and helps us sleep through the night. Actually, when you see the sun, your cells start producing melatonin, but it doesn't get released until later in the day.
Really?
So that morning sun is really important to actually start making melatonin in your cells, and then throughout the day it starts releasing more as it
so
gets closer to the
When God
evening.
created the earth, He really knew what He was doing, didn't He?
Exactly.
I'm gonna blame leaving my house in the dark for
Well,
work.
when you come here in the
It's my
morning, open
excuse.
open that. You can
And-
Well, it
look-
doesn't
what
work
do I
through
do?
the-
I
It doesn't
do-
work through the window.
Thank
You have
you.
to be
And
outside.
I'm just the opposite. I'm the reason those blinds are down currently.
Okay, so well,
Did you hear Kat there though?
It doesn't work through the window. You have to
Exactly.
do it outside.
well, I go sit. I'm usually outside anyway.
Yeah, you get far.
It can work through a screen door a little bit, but
it takes
not a
more.
window. It takes
Yeah.
more, yeah.
So, Catherine, I mean, so you're with Achieve Physical Therapy. Awesome place.
Thank you.
It's done me wonders.
Great.
And just so tell us a little bit about what you do at Achieve and how that all works.
So we have 5 therapists now, I believe. I've been there for 7.5 years. One of the main things that we do that's different than a lot of other clinics is muscle activation therapy.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's just testing your neurological response to your muscles. If it will contract at the right time. If it's not, then
If it relaxes.
yeah, if it relaxes. Some people don't relax. Which might be
Is
part
that
of
this guy?
yeah, he's up there.
Relax, Les.
I try.
But just gets your muscles to fire more appropriately, and that way other muscles aren't doing too much. And that's usually where you see injuries at, is the muscles that are doing too much, not the ones that are less involved. So a big analogy we have with the muscle activation is like you feel the tightness. Let's say you feel tightness in your hamstrings. A lot of times it's because your core hip flexors is weak. Because if you're going to walk on ice, you're going to kind of buckle down because you're not stable. And that's what your hamstrings are doing when you bend forward. They don't feel stable, so they tighten up. But if you can get the core stronger and more supportive, then that will allow you to move in bigger ranges of motion. So the muscle activation is a way for us to manually see which muscles are firing appropriately and then reset them so that they will. And I mean, a lot of people,
amazing.
it takes a while depending on how long you've been doing like the poor movement patterns, and other
Right.
people it happens pretty quickly.
You know, it's amazing because the whole thing. I mean, kind of coming back to the beginning is the reason I started doing this was, you know, CrossFit. One of the way I think of it's functional fitness. Okay. Don't laugh, but my function when I was 270 some pounds, bending over to tie your shoes. You couldn't breathe. Trimming your toenails. I had to have my wife do it. You talk about, and I got disgusting toenails. Okay, my A1C was 13.6, so basically my feet were diabetic. Okay, it's went down. It's now 5.7, I think. Isn't that right, Caitlin? We're going to get it down to 5.2.
That's right.
It's helped a lot.
Look at you,
Yeah, I
numbers
know.
guy.
Hey,
You're like a regular roll. You must be pretty good because he's hard-headed.
That's what I,
told
hear,
you,
but he's doing
I
great.
told you,
Yeah.
I'm very bullheaded.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
It is. And I,
Good on
and
you.
I'll do that. But yeah, no, I literally bending over to tie my shoes. That's functional fitness. Getting out of bed, falling down. I was talking to a friend the other day, same age. He goes, you know, I fall down. He says, I can't get up. And there's that commercial on TV. Yeah, you know what? That's real world.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a farmer. He lives on that. You know, if you're out there, if you can't get up, if you're not by a fence
Yeah.
or something, just try to get your fat ass up.
You know,
It's
being a
not
firefighter,
easy.
that's probably our number one call. Picking up
Picking
people
up
that fall down and can't get up.
Yeah, my nephew's a firefighter. He's floored. I mean, no pun intended. That sounded weird, but
No, that was a good pun.
he's not exaggerating.
Yeah.
That's
No.
a big deal. He just had his birthday dinner the other day, and we
All the
talked about
time.
somebody that
Diabetics
they
too.
could not
Yeah.
they could
Call them
not
lift
get from
assists.
their downstairs back upstairs.
Exactly. So it's about functional fitness and doing that. And then not only do you need to get fit, but you need to take care of your body. And that's why and the great thing about it, Achieve and Kat is, and I don't know, you can cut this out if you want to. I didn't have to have a doctor's prescription to come in and see you.
Do you do biomechanics?
We do everything.
Yeah, they do. I text her the other morning. She goes, "We fix everything." Because I did. I woke up and my shoulder was a little sore.
How's it feeling now?
Yeah.
How much of what you see is biomechanics?
Oh, almost all of it.
Okay.
I know a lot of my issues are from pole vaulting, and I did gymnastics before that, and it's all one side, and then you go and do anything that's two-sided, and you're going to compensate.
What do you mean biomechanics?
Just
How
like,
you move.
yeah, just the fluid, your range of motion, how you move.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of CrossFit is like we try to do unilateral training, make sure that you're not just working, if you're squatting, for example.
Right.
Some people will favor to their stronger leg. They'll kind of shift to that.
Yep.
We like to do a lot of lunges and step-ups
Right.
and single leg unilateral stuff. So you are working on those imbalances.
At
where-
CrossFit Papio or
Right,
on CrossFit?
correct.
No, more so happy.
She's the programmer. She's really good at. She's
They
really
don't.
good
So
at.
that's
being
That's a
at balance.
total wife move. Did you see that? I need clarity. I want specifics.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I tell a lot of athletes to do, because how many sports are you just like this? Like, they go and
Sure.
squat at school all the time. Like, okay, what can you lunge? What can you do a pistol squat? And most of them cannot, at least on both legs. Sometimes
Can you
get
demonstrate
one.
that, by the way, on
Actually,
the table?
I'm very good at pistols.
The audience doesn't know it, right? You should demonstrate.
But just getting, so we look at the whole body, because, I mean, the main thing that I'll see that's not, people come in for knee pain a lot, it's very rarely ever your knee. Your knee does this motion. It does out and in. It doesn't rotate, but the hip and the foot rotate a lot, and that can put a lot of weird forces on the knee. So we look at the body as a whole thing, and determine where might be getting the issues at. A lot of times it's more the hips, but a lot of people have worn shoes their whole life. They'll wear them inside, and that's not great for your feet. There's that 30-something muscles in the feet.
What do you mean wear shoes inside?
Like, would you wear shoes inside?
Inside the house?
Yeah.
He does.
You need to strengthen your feet.
Yes. So a lot of
Take
foot
the
Get
issues.
outside and get barefoot too.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah, in the grass grounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just being barefoot is going to
We
strengthen
got
those
too many
muscles.
dogs running through the yard.
A lot of poop.
As though you can't do the whole pooper scooper.
Look at his jeans. He was helping moving cows. He was so embarrassed the cow shit all over his jeans.
It
Like,
happens.
Grandpa, what am I going to do? but no, Catherine, that's why I came in with you. I was having pain, and I was talking to Caitlin and Bryce, and it was bad. I was taking pain pills, and it was affecting me. And I didn't know. Caitlin goes, "Well, how did it happen?" I don't really know, Caitlin. It's just, I think it's been going on for years.
Yeah.
Because I drive a lot to McCook, and when I'm driving, my left side,
Aches.
horrible, just would ache. But it got really bad for a couple of days, and I came in, and first, before I came in, it was so bad, I went to urgent care. So you know what they said?
Surgery.
You're going to look at this. They took x-rays. Oh, your hip's not broken, but come in here. You're probably going to need a cortisone shot, and then you probably need a new hip.
Yeah.
Yep. I told
Band-Aid.
Caitlin, she goes, "Do not get cut on. Go see Catherine." So I called.
It's better than getting cut.
I called Catherine, and I went in there.
So that's twice now that you're referencing you did what you were told.
He's
Like
a new
I
man.
said, if I surround
You could get a
myself with
board.
people I trust, I do that.
How many
But
times
I'm
did you
very
tell him?
skeptical.
I think just one day.
I trust. She
I
is
think
incredible.
It was just
She's-
one day.
She's so, these two.
You're all grown up.
I think he was in to see Kat the next day. He's
these
like, I
two
got
have
an
literally
appointment.
changed. They've changed my life.
That is
They have changed. They have
again.
changed my
Good,
life.
good on you guys.
So, and I.
You've changed your life.
And
You're putting in the work.
I had to put the work in, but they guided me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to share something for just a little
Yeah.
one. When you first walked in and you did your workout.
Did you think I'd ever
No,
come back?
I want to share. I don't normally go up to people and recommend or be like or offer them nutrition.
Yeah.
But I remember going up to you and I was talking to you and all of a sudden it came out. I was like, well, like my husband and I do nutrition consults if you're interested.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying not, because I don't like to push it on people,
No, I noticed.
But there was
you're very-
something about, I was just like, I'm just gonna offer it,
So glad
and
you
I'm gonna
did.
offer it. And I
So glad
think
you
that it was just, I don't know, it was something.
It's
Something told me to tell
things-
you that.
things don't happen by coincidence. And things are not coincidental. It happens. But so I went in and saw, and Kat, and she goes, "Man, you're I don't know what you say. My hips are tight."
Yeah, but your range of motion was great. Like, I would never even think that you need an X-ray to get a hip replacement. Like, I've seen people that are at that point.
But you're 65.
Yes,
And
that's what they see.
What does the medical community want to do? You know how they make their money? Well, big pharma, big pharma.
Oh, here we go. That's the lesson I know.
That's the lesson we love.
It's follow the money.
It's follow the money.
There's no money in the cure.
My wife has cancer. She's got CLL.
Strider.
And I
Had
try.
cancer.
She has
She
cancer.
has it. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I know, but
manifest
she
it.
has it. It's in your blood. And I tried
like
to get
him.
her on, but she's so. Gosh, I love her to death, but she's so stubborn. She's more stubborn than me. She gets.
Is that true?
We got her this stuff here, and then you know what she does? She takes it to the pharmacist at the doctor's office. You know what they tell her? You can take it, but you're going to pee right through it. I don't know why you need to take this. And then she asked, well, is it going to hurt me? Well, no. So I told her, well, why don't you, if it's not going to hurt you, why don't you take it? Oh, I love my doctor.
That's why I was big on that absorption rate thing.
Yeah.
And
that's a lot of people. Or they say, oh no, I'm getting my daily intake, and I'm like, well, how much of that are you actually processing and absorbing, right? As versus, it's just.
And there's so many supplements out there. I mean, it's just
and so many that probably do just run right through
no
you.
regulation. And you can go into
Wait, so the
Walgreens
FDA's
and
not
buy
real?
the cheapest form.
They don't
Not
regulate
for
supplements.
They don't do supplements. They could say whatever they want in it,
Sure
and it can be anything
They can
else.
put sugar in
So
your
you definitely
pill and
need
say it's
to
magnesium.
find a company that is honest and good, and that they third-party test. You need to find a good company. It's not something where you just want to go out and just buy
The cheapest.
cheapest thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
It's amazing. So Catherine, you started working on my hip.
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't think I told you this. I think I told Natasha. So, I mean, in the first day, maybe the first couple of times, it was sore.
Yeah.
I had tears in my. I mean, you're a
That
strong.
brings her joy. Look at her.
She's a strong woman, Damon.
It's a little intimidating.
They're pushing and doing that. And I'm like, are you okay? I'm fine. But and then they
Your
did
eyes
some
were
other
just
stuff.
watering.
Yeah, my eyes were just watering. And then that night, I'll be honest, it was kind of sore. But the next morning, this feels better. Went again a couple times, and then I don't know. I've been there a few times, and my weight had plateaued at about 205, 206. Been there for about a month and a half or so. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it all, but as I started feeling better, all of a sudden I went from 205 to 206. I'm now down to 196.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Within a matter of
pain,
stress, pain, just whatever.
Well, that muscle activation can be
Natasha said
neurological.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Your neurological thing now, it's flowing through your body, and it's not. So it's allowing me now to lose some more weight.
If I poke on a muscle that's not inflamed.
Oh, if you poke on a muscle.
Well, if it's not inflamed, you don't have any pain. Like now, it's like minimal. Some spots you don't notice.
Well,
but
and in Chinese medicine, they talk about the qi in your body, the energy systems in your body, and if there's a blockage, it's not going to be able to flow. And it just kind of relates to what they're doing. They're trying to open up the channels, and they're getting energy and blood flow and neuron connections, like be able to fire appropriately. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, and I know
muscle activation is
so that's, kudos. I mean, that's why I love you guys.
Yeah.
It's
we
awesome.
love you
and
coming.
and Damien, you need to go there sometime.
I'm interested in the stress-free thing.
If you want to go in there,
and they're incredible. They're so positive. You walk in, you feel welcome.
Just the environment.
Yeah,
I just want to hang out when I'm done.
Oh yeah,
it's the happiest group of people you ever
It's
see.
the best environment. Yeah.
And I'm close too. I'm literally right down the street off of Harrison.
He gets.
Do you have any nagging injuries or anything from
So
playing ball?
I've got a bad shoulder, but relatively speaking,
You're pretty healthy.
Feel pretty good.
I tore my adductor and abductor from the bone, and that was
Playing football or recently?
01. So
Okay.
I was playing in the Arena League, and I went to some team docs, ortho. I went back down to Lincoln, and there were only a couple of pieces of literature, a couple of goalies and a jockey. And so I opted to not have surgery because it was a crapshoot, and kind of pieced me back together. And I've some lingering things. You know, I had a cyst that developed in my quad on the same side. But outside of that, I mean, knock on wood. Yeah.
All things considering.
Yeah, for what I've actually done.
Yeah.
You're pretty active yet, though.
I am.
Yeah.
Not
Got to keep up with your kids.
well, but like just training. You know, being able.
Are you still training?
Yeah, just with Bud and
Really?
Oh, you're boxing too?
yeah, I like
World champion.
no, it's minimal. A lot of times he's not even
Does he
there.
punch you? Have you ever like?
Yeah, several times.
Dude.
Yeah, I tell people like the art of taking a punch is as good as being able to give one, but mostly it's the ability to control my body.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be able to, you know, put a sock on and this is like a one-legged squat. Let's just see if I can do that this morning. And it's just like
there's
it's just like
functional
little,
fitness.
just
Put a
like
sock on.
little
Yeah.
mini victories where I don't know. I do lots of weird things that don't require weights sometimes. So I wouldn't say
He's
I'm
the king of weird things.
well, I did this study. One of my kiddo was getting recruited at Stanford.
Yeah.
And they were kind of on the forefront of this functional training without these super heavy weights and being able to put your body in places that it doesn't normally
Sure.
FRC.
go. Yeah, exactly. And you know, Harrison Phillips was the poster child, and I mean, he's going on like his 10th year, and he's a 298-pound guy. He moves like he's 220, and it's just this ability to his range of motion
Mobility
and his dexterity, like his ankle flex. He can take his body places that you know aren't really designed to go. But he's much healthier.
Or is it designed to go that way?
Yeah.
Most people are
that's probably
sitting in chairs
that's
all
probably
day.
From
true.
kindergarten on.
That's probably
Yeah.
true, right? I mean, it's just phenomenal. So the way the body moves interests me quite a bit
Yeah.
because I can't lift much, but I do like to.
I agree. I at CrossFit Papio, we try to bring in different movements too. It's not just like CrossFit only, like very strict CrossFit. Like I try to incorporate. I mean, sometimes I don't know if you've ever heard of Ido Portal. He actually trained a fighter, didn't he?
He trained
was a while ago.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. But he was a movement guy. But he was all about just different like quadrupedal movements. Like you're on the floor crawling and you're doing like so. You know, for a month straight, we did a warm up where we all warmed up with these like crawling movements and
Oh my goodness.
animal movements.
Well, it's
and-
you know what?
Yeah.
I don't laugh at that at all.
Yeah,
At
it
our
was
high
great.
school, we do this thing called ninja training, and
Yeah.
we've studied a ton of those movements. And you'll see us
Yes.
like shoulder roll.
love
We
it.
do a lot of things on the mat, and we will never touch a weight. And I think people think it's fairly silly,
is.
but I'm just telling you.
It's great.
Caitlin is
Yeah.
so modest. We had a Christmas party. This is the first time I like I say, I started in August, came to the Christmas party. And there's
I think I'm all in.
A gal named Courtney.
And
She put together games.
and I'm tough.
One of them was what was it? It was like adult diapers or something, right?
Oh yes,
And you
yeah.
put them.
We couldn't have our hands.
You couldn't have your
Yeah,
hands.
we
you put them
only-
around your
Oh.
ankles.
We had to put 'em
but
up.
you had to work them up to where you're.
Right,
You should have
that's
saw
right.
her move. She was on,
I was like duck walking,
that woman,
but I
yeah, she was duck walking on.
Yeah.
And she got them.
I got my
These are probably two of the most competitive women you'll ever see.
I just watch little ranges of motion, like movements, and I get it. It's a ball and socket joint, but I watch you guys move like the kinesthetics, and I'm like, it's really good range of motion. Like
yeah.
things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like Robbie can't even scratch his back. I'm thinking,
neither could I.
I'm just floored by just.
I do want to say though, the muscle activation for me personally too. It changed my life as well. I had chronic back pain since I was a gymnast, my sophomore year in high school, and all the way through adulthood. Like I've just probably 20 years now, but Kat has helped me so much with that muscle activation. But it wasn't just the lower back. Like as the lower back improved, I noticed more and more tightness. Like I think I always had it, or the last five or 10 years was starting to get really tight in the upper back because of my lower back injury. And then as this improved, I started feeling the upper back more because my nervous system was like, oh, well, this is injured too. Like now you can feel this. But then, that upper back tightness went into my shoulders and my neck, and it just and that muscle activation has just allowed me, just by doing that and not changing very much of anything else, has allowed me to increase my range of motion so much.
Because if muscles can contract appropriately,
they
they
can
can
relax.
Yeah, the other ones can relax.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I get the headaches.
That
Well, you get
Could be
migraines?
part of it.
So it's not really migraines. It's on the top. It almost feels like my scalp I don't have enough skin. Like it just feels super snug. You know, so sometimes I'll move my eyebrows and it's like, ouch.
You can feel it tight. Huh.
I wonder if that's some tight fascia or something too.
Could be
with that.
fascia. Do you ever try like massaging, like moving your scalp?
I don't love being touched. I probably should.
But with your own hands, though,
Yeah.
like kind of like moving around your scalp.
I could probably do that. I'm
Yeah.
just so that you'll figure that out if we work together. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like my filter is lousy, as you
that's
know. I'll
okay.
just say like,
Oh, you'll fit in real good. Nobody has a filter.
you know. So it's like, did he
Yeah,
really
they
just say
don't.
that? Like, you know, I'll count out loud even to
yeah.
10 and stuff. It's just whatever.
That's fine. That's fine. We're all just kind of
Yeah,
a little bit
it's a
something.
great group
We're a
of
little bit
people.
something.
A little bit something. That's good.
Fit right in.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
they are awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Cam, we're probably running up against here for the day. Yeah. So
We're having a great time.
yeah, we are, and this is a lot, and to the audience out there that listens to this, what I'm trying to get across today is the farmers and the ranchers don't just laugh at us. Yeah, you're working hard and you're doing stuff, but take care of your body, because I guarantee you there's a lot more of you out there like me that when you get up in the morning, you can't tie your shoes. You can't. Yeah, a lot of you wear cowboy boots. I can't because I got bunions. Okay,
Shoes.
but you can't. Yeah. So I slip my shoes on, tie them or whatever. I can put my socks on now. I can tie my shoes. I can bend over and breathe. I can get up if I'm laying on the floor. This is shit.
Did you have sleep apnea too, or not?
I took. I did. Since I've
bet a lot
lost,
of farmers
since
have
I've
sleep
lost,
apnea.
A lot do. Since I've lost the weight, I sleep so much better since I've been on this. But it's really important to take care of your body and do that, and then do the nutrition, do the exercise, and then the recovery. And you've taught me some simple movements and stuff there to achieve, do different exercises that are easy, repeatable at home to do. And the same thing at CrossFit Papio. Simple things to do just to improve your body, improve your lifestyle, and improve the length of your life.
Quality.
The quality of your life.
Surround yourself with a lot of people with good energy. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
you do that.
they're
You do that.
achieved, and I feel like
and something else
in our community,
something else.
just good energy helps.
That's the big takeaway. Like if you said, hey, DB, what'd you learn? The mind, surrounding yourself with people that just positivity.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
that's-
minimize the stress.
Yep, and that's something that has clothes in here. And I've had, and this is honest to God truth, within the last 3 weeks, because I talk to my customers all the time, and some of them, and I'll put shit out there for people to see. I put a picture of myself when I was 270 some pounds, gross, just gross. I mean, and then people see and they go, oh, hey, what are you doing? And then I'll get people say, Les, you sound so much better. You're more positive. You're not an asshole anymore. They don't come
Well,
out.
one thing I noticed, I don't get as many dinner invites.
They may not say that, but they think that. I know what they're saying. They saying you sound so much more positive. You sound better on the phone. We can tell you it's because I feel better. And I think the three of you sitting here, and Damon's my co-partner in eating beef. How's the pork, by the way?
So
Have you got it yet?
So that's the thing. It's set up. I just left the freezer. We're going in the morning. I'll be there when it opens.
Okay.
And I have Matt meeting me. I got my coolers. I'm ready.
Okay, there you go.
I'm ready. I appreciate that.
All I asked for is a package of bacon.
I think I can spare one.
Okay.
Spare one.
Hey, thanks, Caitlin, Bryce, Catherine. Thanks, DB, for coming.
you.
Just a sidekick trying to learn.
So hey, no, we're all. You know what? We're all in this thing called life together, and the more we can, we're all from different. This is a pretty big. I mean, we cover a pretty wide area. We all have one common goal. We want to be able to grow old, and we want to feel good, and we like each other. So, and you want to be able to radiate that to the other people you're around. Be positive. Cam,
That's Mr. Positivity.
we appreciate you for putting up with us. Do you like my? That's my sitting on the beach in Mexico drinking tequila pen.
You said the magic word. And it wasn't pen or beach.
But but I'm going to go back there soon. But thanks everybody for joining the bullpen. And like I said, Caitlin, how can they get a hold of you? Contact info. Website?
Oh, well, we have
constructing one?
at
Tiger Nutrition Facebook page would
Yep.
be
Yep.
something
Tiger
you can search
Nutrition
for.
Facebook page. We also have at Tiger Nutrition on Instagram.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
You have a
and,
webpage?
what's that?
You have a webpage.com?
We do not have a
Don't?
webpage right
Big,
now.
big,
no.
That's okay.
big Instagram.
Okay.
We don't like computers.
Big Instagram.
No, Catherine, how about you?
You guys get better by the second. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He makes fun of me for not being a functional adult. I tell him computer, they're overrated.
Yeah.
Our computer screen currently has like cracks all over it, and I'm like,
Bless your heart.
and because
Yeah.
we
All
just,
in. Simple's good.
You have a computer, Catherine?
I have a couple.
Oh, jeez.
She'll make us a website someday.
That's my sister.
Fancy cats.
Achieve Physical Therapy. We have Facebook, Instagram, a website, so you can contact me there, or I have my own personal Instagram, Catherine Moak.
Okay. And Damon, people want to listen to you. How can they listen to you more often?
You can easy just get us on Herd at Live, or my Twitter account, X or whatever. It's just
X.
at Damon Benning.
At Damon Benning.
Easy breezy.
Getting ready for Husker season?
Unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately.
Well, it just means more work. And I have skin in the game now with my kid playing.
Do you mind how's
He's great. He looks fantastic.
What's
He's
this?
here today. So I've got this already formulated in my head the next 4 or 5 days when he's here.
Awesome.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Is he studying nutrition?
So he is he's business, but I think he wants to do sports marketing.
Sports marketing. Okay.
He's significantly smarter than me.
No comment.
Not hard to do, I know. See, it's no fun when I take your punchline.
Okay. Hey, thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time. So get out there, exercise, sleep, and recover, and eat beef. All right. Bye.
Thanks, Les.
bye.
Thank you.
A Huda Media Production.